What's up, guys? Welcome to the PITT Game Day post-game show. I'm Mason Sapesky, your host. Today, we are going to recap what was an amazing come-from-behind 38-34 win over the West Virginia Mountaineers. It was an amazing scene at Acrisure Stadium. Sorry if my voice doesn't sound 100%. It was a long day, an insane day, an unbelievable day, and a day I'm not going to forget anytime soon. I mean, I'm just sweating right now thinking and talking about it. I mean, the emotions, they're crazy right now. Look, I've been to college football playoff games. It was actually Georgia against Michigan in Miami. Georgia blew them out en route to national championship. I went to this game last year in Morgantown, and I went this year. This was the craziest, most enthusiastic, exciting college football game I have ever been to. It is 1,000,000,000% better than the playoff game. And now part of that is I'm a little biased, obviously. I went to the game, or I was in the student section, so that was probably part of it. And I was going insane the whole game. Thus, I don't have somewhat of a voice right now. But yeah, it was awesome. It was definitely an awesome experience, that's for sure. The Panther Pit really was on fire today. So that was awesome. So anyway, let's get right into the meat and potatoes, shall we? First off, before the meat and potatoes, you always have to have your appetizer, which I will do now, your chip. Like, you know how you go to a restaurant, it's free per meal. You order your appetizer, it's part one, your main course, which is your meat and potatoes, part two, and then your dessert. Today, the appetizers is before the game. The meat and potatoes, or the main course, could be during the game, and then your dessert after the game, because dessert's supposed to be what you're looking forward to most in the meal, and this one definitely brought the dessert really good. I mean, I obviously, a lot of you guys know I have a gluten allergy and I can't eat certain things, but I'm definitely, like, when you get the cheesecake at dinner and you show all your joy, I'm definitely feeling that joy right now. Heck, this Christmas morning is one of my favorite times of the year, days of the year. This feels like Christmas morning times 100. I mean, I definitely felt like a kid on Christmas morning at this game. I mean, this was just so special. The fact that we came back, like, with 10 minutes down, I thought we were done again. Never count out this team. I mean, this team is so special and meaningful. So I'm thrilled with this team. I am thrilled with this team. But anyway, we're going to talk first. We're going to go to the restaurant first, have our meal, which obviously I just talked about. And then there's the after dinner talk, the car ride home from dinner, like, where we have to talk about some things. And some of them are somewhat negative. However, some of them are positive. So we're at the restaurant now, and we're ready to feast up on some Mountaineers. So let's get right into it, shall we, with our appetizers. The pregame was insane. It was like a stampede, a wild herd of elephants trying to get into the stadium. I mean, we were pushing each other. We were just all trying to find a way to get into the Panther Pit, the lower bowl. That was so fun. I mean, it was insane. Like, trying to get, like, everybody was on top of each other. It was a zoo trying to get into the lower bowl. So that was definitely insane. That's for sure. The hype around was insane. West Virginia fans came by us and, like, showed their shirts, and we were just chanting certain things at them. And then the buses came. The West Virginia bus came, and we just harassed it, booed it. And then our buses came. We went crazy. It was definitely so much fun out there pregame. I didn't stop by a lot of the tailgates or anything because, again, I was in line. I wanted to get into the lower bowl for this. This was just special, so you have to be in the lower bowl, and that we did. And then we just watched pregame warm-ups. The booing continued. Just the insane atmosphere continued, the hype. And then, as we move into our main course, it was kickoff time. Pitt made West Virginia pay for electing to receive the ball first. We stopped them early. However, West Virginia stopped us as well. This game looked like a defensive game early until it went along. Garrett Green scored a touchdown, making it 7-0. Then we got a field goal, making it 7-3. Held them, scored a touchdown, 10-7 Panthers. Then West Virginia scored another touchdown, making it 14-10 Mountaineers. Then it was 17-14 Panthers. Another touchdown made it that. And then at the half, it was 17-17. Was the second half game. Whoever was the second half team was going to win. The third quarter was interesting, to say the least. The punter, Oliver Fox, I think his name was. I think so. I'm sorry if I mispronounced bungled your name there, but Oliver Fox, he on 4th and 3, they snapped the ball to him. He ran, waited. Perfect fake. It was literally the perfect fake. Then the next play, or the next time he punts it, his punt gets blocked. We recover it, return it for a touchdown, take a 24-17 lead. Then West Virginia manages to score. It's 24-24 at the end of the third quarter. We do Sweet Caroline, our little pump-up video, and then it's the fourth quarter. West Virginia has the ball. They manage to drive the field, kick a field goal, 27-24. We've got ourselves a major, and I mean major opportunity to win, take the lead, or tie the game. We get so close to the first down. Then we get cute, which Cade Bell did a lot today. That's my one downfall on him, and I'll get to that at the end. And we have to punt the ball away. West Virginia gets it. Deep into our territory. Fourth down. They go for it. They barely get it. Then on third down, we have perfect coverage and all that. West Virginia gets a touchdown. They're up 34-24 with 4 minutes left. I feel ready to leave, and I feel like we're done. The Panthers proved me wrong yet again. Drove the field. 2nd and 30 with 3.5 left. I just felt done. I just felt ready to go home. However, Eli Holstein said, no, not so fast. Threw a touchdown to Dejon Reynolds, which I don't know how he caught it. There were 3 West Virginia defenders around him, and he managed to make the catch. That was so unbelievable. I was shocked by that. Managed to make the catch. 34-31. WVU gets the ball back with 2:50. They go 3 and out. So with 2 minutes left, we get the ball back. The score faster offense. Cade Bell drives the field, gets us right there. A WVU penalty helps us as well. Gets us right down to the 1-yard line. And then Holstein's helmet comes off. He has to sit a play per NCAA rules. And Yarnell comes in, hands it off to second teamer Derek Davis Jr., because this is the second team's in at this point. We score. We take the lead. 38-34 with 45 seconds. WVU passes it 4 times. First time, just general incompletion. Second time, incomplete, but almost picked. Third time, incomplete, but almost picked. Fourth time, picked, baby. Pitt wins the 107th backyard brawl and is 3-0. Can you believe that? What a thrilling victory. Congratulations to Narduzzi, Cade Bell, Eli, all these guys. This team is special. This team is showing something that we don't have, or we've never really had before. Not even in 2021. This team has so much heart and so much grit. I love teams like this one, and I feel like this team, we got to keep this team together as much as possible, because if you do, this team could be truly special. So just think of that like that. Anyway, though, on to the dessert now. Leaving the stadium, the place was jumping. It was insanity. It was amazing. Amazing. It was just, words can't even describe how awesome it was. We were just cheering the whole time. I didn't see many WVU fans, and to be honest, there were not a whole lot of WVU fans at this game. It was actually our team that took over, our house, unlike what they said before. That is ridiculous that ESPN would even dare to put up something saying 75% of the fans are WVU fans. It's only a crowd for WVU. Those were our fans. And let me be clear, if this team continues to win, our fans will pack that building for California on October 12th. Our fans will pack that building for Syracuse October 24th. Our fans will pack that building for Virginia on November 9th. And our fans will pack this building on November 16th against the Clemson Tigers. So no, WVU, it's not you that's bringing the crowds. It's your attitudes, your problems, and your chaos that brings us out to fight back against West Virginia. Period. So it was awesome. It was insane. PITT wins. Chaos. The cathedrals lit up. It was just, it was special. It was truly special. Alrighty, so now I recap the game. I just want to get into my positives and my negatives. My negatives are just just one minor thing and just a little bit of a discussion, but not a real serious one. We could wait till December, January even to go deeper into it. But yeah, let's talk about the positives now. First, this team is gritty. This team is grit. They show resilience. This is what you want in a football team. I love this team. I love everything it's about. I love it. Special, special, special. That's all I'm going to say. What a special team. What a special win. Holstein is mobile as can be. I've been really wanting for years now a mobile quarterback since Pickett. We have a mobile quarterback. Let's just appreciate him while he's here. I love you. God bless Eli Holstein. He's one of a kind. He's special. He's mobile, and he's quick. Number 3, the offensive line did start weak. However, they improved tremendously, and I mean tremendously in the second half. So the O-line did a great job in the second half. That's what you need to see. They constantly are improving as the game goes along. The offense is improving as the game goes along, and that's what matters. That's really, in all honesty, what matters here. So, great job. Great job there. And we're doing great there. All in all positives. However, the 2 negatives. First negative. -1. Desmond Reed did not have his best day. And that's okay. We found a way to win in the passing game. Their secondary is pathetic. However, we got to find ways to get this man more involved. If we would have got him more involved earlier, we wouldn't have needed this comeback. Yes, he did somewhat decent, but he could have done more. So, I mean, we didn't get him involved enough, but that's credit to WVU. They planned very well for him. Same thing goes for Jaheim White and CJ Donaldson. We planned very well for them. You didn't hear a whole lot about them, that's for sure. As for there's one player on WVU who's special, who I'm actually a big fan of, and who's going to have a tremendous NFL career. And I even said this going into this game. This game just made me think it even more. That's tight end Cole Taylor. He's one of a kind, and he's going to do great things in the NFL. He's one of the WVU players who I know I'm a Pitt fan, but he's like the one WVU player I'm going to be rooting for hard at the next level, other than Zach Frazier, of course. So, because he's a Steeler, and I just love his mentality. But, I mean, Cole Taylor's the man. Watch some highlights of this dude. He's the man. You'll easily be convicted of him. He's phenomenal. He truly is special. So, keep an eye out on Cole Taylor, that's for sure. Just one negative, kind of, and this is a big one, but look, We won that game by 4 points on our home field. If that game's in Morgantown, I think they win it by 10 to 12 or 10 to 14. On a neutral site, they probably win by 5 to 7 points. They still have a tiny bit, when you look at the big picture and everything, their football team's not much better than us, but you can say possibly it's a tiny bit better on us. Yes, we were the better team today. There's no doubt about it. Yes, we found a way back. However, you have to understand that you got to be able to win games more so, not so much on the road, not so much at home. Like, look, I never expect Pitt to win in West Virginia. I don't. Last year, everybody was counting out the Mountaineers, saying they're going to be a joke, they're going to be a joke. Neil Brown's going to go, Neil Brown this, Neil Brown that. I never expected the Panthers to win that game. Even if WVU was going to go 2-10 or 1-11, I never expected Pitt to go to Morgantown and win. I don't expect them to win on the road there. I do expect them to win at home, which they did. However, if you put those teams on a neutral site, I hate to say this, but West Virginia probably does win that game. I do truly believe that, and most people probably do. So we've got to get a little bit more faster and invest more in the O-line. If we could do a couple little things, then we have a shot at being legitimately better than them. Because who knows how this conference realignment is going to go. And no, I'll just say it right here, right now. I don't think the ACC is going to collapse. I hope it does not collapse. I don't think it will collapse. However, if the ACC does collapse, which, like I said, I hope and I don't think it will, what conference is Pitt going into and what will they be expected to compete in? And I would even say this in 2022. We went 8-4 that year. West Virginia went 5-7. They still had a better team than us. We beat them by 1 touchdown on our home field. They probably had an even team, if not a better team than us. We got lucky there. This is literal, and I say this too last year. We lost 17-6 last year in Morgantown. If that game was in Pittsburgh, I think we would have won. Neutral site, they probably win by 3 points. So it's just like these teams are even. Whoever's at home is going to win the game, and that's perfectly cool with me. Because they're 4-year series. We're at home twice. They're at home twice. You go in even 2-2. You just have to find a way to get a bowl game or get those 6 wins or get those 7 wins to get into a bowl game the years you go to Morgantown, because that's probably going to be a loss. I said Cincinnati was going to be a loss last week. Do I think Cincinnati is a better team than Pitt? No. Last week proved that. Did I think going into that game Cincinnati was a better football team than Pitt? No, I did not. Home field advantage is huge in college football. Huge. You saw how loud and crazy we were today. You saw how loud and crazy the Mountaineer Maniacs can get. And I respect them. I respect WVU fans. I mean, I do think that sometimes they could be a little weird, and that the things they do, like the whole eat, sit, Pitt thing, sorry for swearing, I think they could be a little weird. I do. However, I respect their fans and I respect their passion. The Mountaineers are so special to them. They really are. And to be honest, you go down south. Like, if you go to Texas A&M, and I'm not critiquing any SEC fan base or any fan base I'm going to say on this. I'm just saying, you go to Texas A&M, you go to Florida, you go to Mizzou even. I'd say about half these SEC schools don't have as passionate of a fan base as West Virginia. And that's not a dig at the SEC schools at all. I'm just saying West Virginia's fan base is special and they are passionate, and I respect their passion. However, I don't respect it, and I think it's very weird when you get up in my face and tell me to eat shit. And you guys all act crazy. Come on. Come on now. Just be nice. Now, in terms of Neil Brown seems like a good person. And this is just the WVU thing. He does seem like a good person. However, I 100% understand why WVU fans right now are all over social media calling for the man to be fired. They're frustrated. We get frustrated too. And I don't think that sometimes the athletic departments listen so much to us. However, now in this new era of NIL donations, they need to understand, and I'm speaking for PITT and WVU fans here, just college football fans in general, and any fan in general. And this is not meant to be a dig at college athletic departments. I'm just saying this is something that's going to have to happen. Look, in this new era of NIL, fans are not going to be willing to sacrifice their hard-earned money, especially in this time of inflation and a poor economic period in our country, to donate to a team that's going to perform like West Virginia did today. And I totally understand it. So they're going to have to start listening to us, the fans, more. And if the fans want Neil Brown gone, and they stop donating to the West Virginia team because of it, and they stop going to games, then Ren Baker, the AD there, is going to have no choice but to fire him. Fan bases mean a lot in college sports, and I respect the West Virginia fan base. However, like I said, I think West Virginia's fan base is a little weird. Some of the things they do, I do. So that's what I have to say about that. We still have some work to do if we want to catch up to West Virginia on an overall basis. However, we're just getting started. We just had a 3-9 year. They were 5-7 a year before. We were 8-4, 9-4 a year before. They knocked us off down there last year. Same thing. We were 3-9 last year. They were 9-4. We knocked them off this year. So that's what matters. I kind of hope these two teams actually get the same bowl game. I want to see West Virginia be bowl eligible so that we could play each other in a bowl game again and we could see for real who has the more passionate fan base on a neutral field. I know it's Pitt. I think it's Pitt. So Pitt's the team. Pitt is the 2024 Backyard Brawl winners. We got to start playing this game every year. Ren Baker, whomever the next Pitt AD is, we got to get an agreement quickly. Make this series a thing every year. I actually think, too, the West Virginia Congress or West Virginia government, PA government, should pass legislation encouraging these two athletic departments to play every year as much as possible in all the sports. This is a special rivalry. I love playing WVU. I love the fact that we beat WVU. And let me just say a couple more things. You heard this week during the debate about eating. I'm going to get a little political here, but it's just political satire. This is not endorsing a candidate. I'm just going to have some fun, just crack some jokes since, we won the Backyard Brawl. You heard Trump say people are eating cats and dogs. Turns out it's WVU fans eating cats and dogs. You heard Tim Walz call certain people weird during the campaign. Turns out it's WVU fans who are the weird ones after all. And the best joke of them all, my final joke of them all, and how I'm going to conclude what has been my favorite, best game day episode ever, post-game. So I want to say these 5 words, or sing a little bit of a song here. Let's get some instrumentals playing here real quickly. We have to do it. We have to do it. YouTube, AT&T's advertising, of course. Country roads, send them home to the place they belong. West Virginia, Loserville, go back home. Pitt's free and have a good one. Take care. Stay safe. Hail to Pitt, and as always, peace. See you for Youngstown State next week. Hail to, let's go!